Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning into my 2622nd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. This video coming at you on a Monday night for trading Tuesday, August 15, 2023. It's coming at you on, of course, the afternoon or evening of Monday to tell you what to do on Tuesday. Now, remember, before you do anything in markets are very risky. Put your stops in, put them in first. Never trade without stops. I don't care what your vehicle is. It's risky. Put stops in. So, for trading on August 15th, Tuesday, I've got a question for you. Has the stock market found its legs again? Well, in last night's video for trading on Monday, the OMNI told us stop selling. Stop. All right, so we did. And guess what happened? Monday, the market started to find legs. So bravo on OMNI to not let us get short that mess. OMNI has flipped to the buy side now. Last night's video charts indicated, yes, the market has found legs. That's why I told you no more selling. The OMNI agrees. It agreed last night. It agrees again tonight for trading on Tuesday that the market should go higher. OMNI agrees. The charts seem to agree. I'll bet you Wall Street's going to agree as well. They know what charts look like. Number 2 on the board. Let's see what tomorrow's charts say. But we'll see that today. That's the beauty of the OMNI. We're going to look at tomorrow's charts tonight, and I'll tell you what they mean. Number 3 on the board is crude backing off a bit, relieving pressure on the stocks. Is that why the stocks are finding their legs? Probably yes. And then, of course, OmniCamp on the road. Looking forward to your applications. I am opening up the doors. The answer is yes. I will do an OmniCamp in your town. Call me, tell me where you're at. I'll schedule an OmniCamp. I'll come to you. That makes the scheduling so much easier. Go to OMNIBootcamp.com, fill out those applications, and I will come to you. OmniCamp on the road. In fact, I'm going to try to figure out how to show you some footage about OmniCamp on the road because we just did one in New York and it was great. So in a couple of days, I'll have some footage for you. We'll show you some of that. All right, traders. So to reiterate, I think the stock market has found its legs. I want to show you some charts. Last night's video charts indicated yes. Tonight's agree, as well as the OMNI. Let's see what tomorrow's charts say. I've got some great ones. I promise you they are going to speak for us for tomorrow. And crude is backing off a little. I'll show you the chart. Now, in this mess, I'm going to give you one more thing tonight called Chart Masterpiece. I've got an ass-kicking chart. You guys are going to love this. I promise you. It is Chart Masterpiece. It's the trade of the week. I'm going to give that to you in my chart segment. It is called Chart Masterpiece. So get ready for the charts. Fill out your OmniCamp applications now so I can teach this craft to you in your town. Make sure you subscribe to these videos because there's no way of knowing what I'm going to do, and it's always for tomorrow unless you're notified. So subscribe and make sure that you are alerted to these videos. And then remember to keep your emotions out of trading. How do we do that? Well, we put our stops in first. The first thing you do. That helps with the emotions. And then when you're in a trade and it starts to move around and the fingernails start getting bitten, you know how that works. Say this to yourselves over and over again. I promise it'll help you. And then we'll go look at some charts. Are you ready? Say it with me, kids. 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, kids. Let's go look at some charts. Traders, E-mini S&P daily bar. You've seen this chart in many videos, and one of the things I've shown you about the E-mini S&P chart was that it's got this insane tendency to go from the bottom of the channel to the top, to the bottom, to the top. This time it didn't make it to the bottom. Back to the top, back to the top, down to the bottom. At the same time, it runs into the 50-bar moving average and pops right from there. So I left this in front of your eyes in last night's video and it said perfect time to hold. Looks like it should hold here. Why? We're at the average and we're at the bottom of the channel. So this is where it was, and this is what happened on Monday. Look at that, huh? It found some legs right here, and the settlement was right at the high at the end of the day. And Omni is bullish for trading on Tuesday. Fantastic, right? In last night's video, I also said Omni says stop selling. I don't know why, but I want to show you the charts. Maybe this is one of the reasons. And I found that chart you just looked at and this one. And I said, look at that. Interesting juncture. It held here at the 100 last time. The line seems to be the spot. So here's where we were. And this is the bar that populates on Monday. Check that out. It goes down a little, takes out some stops, goes all the way back up, and closes right up here. Back into the channel, finding its legs. Now let me blow this up a little more, because what you're not maybe paying attention to is there's a moving average behind that line. All I did was turn that line gray and make it thin so it's out of our way. Right, so there's your trend line. It still exists. Well, behind that trend line was an average, and it held perfectly. I think it is the time to get long, kids. So does Omni. Now, let's look at crude. One of the reasons why S&P had its trouble was crude got above 77 and started going up and started to look really serious. Well, it's come down a little bit now, back to the bottom of the channel. Now, the thing about this is it hits the bottom, the top, the bottom, the top, just like the chart I was showing you with the S&P. But in this case, let me blow this up a little and zoom in a little more. You're starting to test the channel, but look at the average starting to bend right here. Look at that. It doesn't usually do that, right? It's usually straight, and we are right at the trend line. So maybe crude falls out of that tomorrow, heading down, allowing our market to go up. So that's what I'm seeing in crude. Now, look at this bad boy. Chart masterpiece. You'll see why in a moment. Now, I have shown this to my Omniacs in live webinars, in a seminar called OmniCamp. I've shown it in many of my videos and in my live trading room since I believe Metastock found its legs way back in the beginning of the year. Actually, it was kind of the end of last year. Well, it has certainly found its legs since. If you see the other half of this chart, it was going down all the way until this moment and found its legs. And look at this crazy average. Just watch this average for a moment. Every time you get near the line and or the average, a new rally begins. Every time a new rally begins. We got to the line, right back up, the average I should say. Now here, we just touched the average and the line, or just about touched the line. We just missed it, and the Omni turned bullish. I say that is chart masterpiece, and here's what it looks like blown up. That is the same chart. You see it got under the average, back above it, closed above it, above the trend line. I say all systems go. This will help the stock market go higher because Facebook or Meta is a huge component to the stock market. That is chart masterpiece. I think this is the trade of the week. I hope it helps you. And for you analysts out there that are really technical, see this trend line? If you look back, I also moved it even closer, and it still works. Look, I moved it even closer, and some analysts will know exactly what I'm talking about, and still the trend line's working. So, you've got good support down there. Wall Street sees it, I promise you. Algorithms understand how this works. Finding a lot of support, Meta's finding its legs. The stock market will find its legs. Traders, I hope that helps. I hope Chart Masterpiece helps. And I hope to see you at livewithoscar.com. Join my free chat room today.